Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Oops, sorry about that guys, my mic was not working, but hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope y'all are doing good this week. But today, it's a new day, we can say. And therefore, we have 3 more weeks of the NFL to go, or at least the regular season. 3 more weeks, y'all. 3 more games left for all of these teams. It's crazy how far we've been. It's crazy how far this season has been. It's crazy how this season has been. All the quarterbacks going down. A lot of injuries. And it's all just crazy and chaotic. But nothing less, let's start this video off by starting off talking about tomorrow night's football game. You got this is actually, might not seem like it's a good game, but it actually is. Kinda, because it's important. And that is because the Saints are 7-7 and the LA Rams are 7-7. The Saints heading to LA to take on the Rams Derek Carr finally had a really breakout game. To guys that, like, everybody, just throw it to tight ends, all these other players. They were banged up on offense, and Derek Carr still got it done, which is good to see from the Saints. And the Saints actually really need to keep winning these games. The Rams, on the other hand, they just came off a massive victory over the Commanders. But allowed Jacoby Brissett to throw 2 touchdowns, but still got the one. Cooper Kupp looking good. Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford, they got those pieces there. Kyren Williams. They're having a blast, and this is a really important game. And I really thought about this pick, because whoever gets beat here is probably gonna be eliminated from postseason. It's not saying they're gonna be eliminated from postseason. It just says that they probably are gonna be eliminated from the schedules both these teams have. Like, for instance, the Saints have to play the Buccaneers and the Falcons going into Atlanta, I think, and then hosting the Bucks, I think. So that's gonna be a challenge for the Saints, considering they have tiebreakers all over the place. And I don't know if the Saints can get it done to get in the postseason. Who knows? But the Rams, on the other hand, they need this win bad, because if they lose this one, they got the 49ers to Santa Clara at the end of the season, and it's not going to go well. So therefore, I am going to take the Rams. I'm sorry, Saints, but I got to take the Rams. They're red hot right now. They're getting things done. I think LA is going to take care of business. Probably a close game, because their defense is, I'm going to say 23-20, Rams win it. But yeah, if Derek Carr has that performance, though, we might see a W for the Saints. The next game you got is the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to take on Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bengals got a heart attack win over the Vikings. That's the first heart attack I've had with Jake Browning. And I don't want to go over that again. Taking on the Steelers, which are, well, bad news for the Bengals. DJ Reader, well, bad news for us, I should say. Reader is out for the season. That really hurts that defense. He was really good. And Jamar Chase is probably not going to play. I think I saw in the news like 10 minutes ago, or like 20 minutes ago, I've seen that he was considered out for this game, which ain't good. The Steelers, on the other hand, they don't know what the frick they're doing. I think Kenny Pickett is coming back for this game, and determining how good he plays or bad he plays. We might see a little Mason Rudolph come out on the field. We don't know, but if he has a bad performance, I think Mike Tomlin will bench him. If he has like 9 completions, honestly. He goes 0 for 9, he's definitely getting benched. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about the Steelers. They really can't get nothing going on offense. They struggled against the Colts. Or, well, they looked actually pretty good with Mitch Trubisky against the Colts, but again, they just let that game go and could not hold on. And the Bengals, props to T. Higgins for that catch, though. You gotta admit, that was pretty sick. But I am gonna take Cincinnati here. I think T. Higgins is starting to step up a little bit more for the Bengals. He might have a touchdown this game. Jake Browning has been on fire these past couple games, or since he's been here. He's been getting it done with us. He's been managing the ball. He's been doing pretty good. He does make some mistakes, which worries me. But man, seeing him yell at that camera, saying "You should never cut me," haunts the Vikings forever. But I got the Bengals win, probably in an ugly game, just because Pittsburgh's defense. I do like Pittsburgh's defense. They got pieces there. So I will take the Bengals here, 16-7. I just don't know what that Pittsburgh's offense is gonna do now. And the Bengals will have the tiebreaker over Pittsburgh, and that would be a huge dub for us. Meanwhile, you got the Bills at the Chargers. The Buffalo Bills getting the job done against Dallas. They cooked them all right with James Cook himself. Josh Allen didn't have to do anything, even though Josh Allen didn't even look that good against the Cowboys. But still, they got it done by running the ball, which they needed to do all season. And ever since Ken Dorsey is gone, they've looked super good. Now, taking on a Chargers team that just lost 63-21 against the Raiders. Yeah, I don't know what the Chargers do. You might as well just start Max Duggan and call it quits. See what he has in him. I don't know. Easton Stick is not the answer. Nobody's the answer there. Ever since Herbert went down, it is just doom and gloom there in LA. It's always been. Hopefully Brandon Staley gets fired. After this game, he should. Because I got the score in a kind of a weird score. I got the Bills winning 30-9. I don't know why, but it's kind of a weird score. But yeah, 30-9 Bills win. Next game, man, oh man, you got the Commanders at the Jets. The Commanders really couldn't get much going against the LA Rams. Their offense kind of sucked, but then Jacoby Brissett made it look better, but couldn't come back all the way. And I don't know why they benched Sam Howell. I mean, even though he did a bad performance, you still want to see what he's got in him. I mean, Brissett is not the answer, obviously, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. Taking on the Jets defense, which has been really good, but the problem is they got shut out, I think, against the Dolphins. Yeah, I think they lost 30-0, right? I don't know what the Jets scored, but I'm not gonna say shutout, but they lost against the Dolphins, and pretty much eliminates their playoff chances. And Aaron Rodgers coming back dreams. So there goes that. Probably gonna see same old Zach Wilson, Trevor Siemian, whoever the heck is the quarterback anymore. I don't care. I'm taking the Commanders here. I like the Commanders. I think Terry McLaurin's ready for a big game. You know, Commanders like to have these explosive games, and I think they'll get things cleaned up against the Jets here. It's probably an ugly win because the Jets defense is still good. So I'll take the Commanders to win 27. Or no. I'll take the Commanders win 20-17, I mean. So yeah. Commanders win, Jets cry. Next, you got the Lions at the Vikings. Ooh, this is a weird matchup. You got the Lions, which just lost like 2 games straight. But then, hey, the Broncos got slammed from them. Coming to Ford Field, getting their butts kicked, and the Lions, Jared Goff looked phenomenal that night. Unstoppable. Sam Laporta looks so good. Amon-Ra St. Brown looks good. That run game looks good. Jahmyr Gibbs looks good. That defense got better. And that's what you want to see from the Lions. The Lions are key pieces away from winning a Super Bowl, guys. They're that close. And for the Vikings, I'm sorry, Nick Mullins, He played good, but had 2 turnovers. Or I think he fumbled too, I don't know. But he had a lot of turnovers. Couldn't get much going for him. Just a really nasty situation for the Vikings. I don't know what else to say about them. I mean, their defense is good, but I don't think they're going to stop the Lions really that much. I mean, all the Vikings' hope is gone. So, might as well just give the Lions the title. And the Lions will win here 27-13. And yeah, I'm sorry, Vikings. Hee hee. Next, you got the Browns at the Texans. The Browns. What the heck was that game? They almost... Joe Flacco throwing so many turnovers. And then coming back at the end to win it is crazy. How do you let that happen, Chicago? Just don't know. And even... Chicago almost got a Hail Mary, which should have been... I think they should have challenged it. I mean, they should have reviewed it again. That Hail Mary, I think Darnell Mooney was trying to celebrate catching the touchdown as well. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Darnell Mooney caught that touchdown at the end, but it is what it is. The Browns won it. Came back, and then the Texans, they used Case Keenum. He didn't look the best, but he got the job done against the Tennessee Titans. What a crazy ending to that game. And I think C.J. Stroud is coming back, baby. Let's go. C.J. Stroud, the guy that I've been waiting for to come back, I think is going to be back for this game. And I like the Texans' chances here. I don't care about the Browns right now. I'm liking the Texans so far. They've impressed me. They have impressed me with everything they've been doing, and they're doing this with like low-end receivers and stuff like that. Noah Brown getting involved. Noah Brown had a good game. Devin Singletary had a good game. Everybody really clicked in that Titans game, but man, I just like Noah Brown in that the offense. I knew Noah Brown was a good pick for the Texans, so either way, if Stroud plays, I am going to take the Texans, but if Stroud doesn't, I think the Browns end up winning. So I'm just going to bet my money on the Texans, best case scenario. So I got the Texans winning 27-19 if Stroud plays. And here's a score for y'all, too. My original score, though. My original score is 27-19. Okay? Make that official. But if Case Keenum plays, Browns win. Yeah, pretty much. But next up, you got the Packers at the Panthers. 2P teams. The Packers just got their butts kicked by Baker Mayfield. Joe Barry just can't get it done against the Bucs. And the Panthers, they just got their second win of the season against the Falcons in some ugly game. It was raining. It was horrible. Just a terrible game. And I kind of expected the Panthers to win here and there. I mean, it's going to happen. We saw a win coming out of it somewhere. I mean, at least. But we don't even know what they have in Bryce Young anymore. I mean, it's been an upsetting season for the Panthers. I'm sorry. I don't think it gets much better playing the Packers here. I got the Packers winning 20. It's kind of a weird score I have for the Packers, but, you know, things happen in Carolina, so I got the Packers winning 25-12. And don't ask about that score. I just don't know. Just a pick, y'all. Packers win, though. And the next game you got is the Seahawks at the Titans. The Seahawks got the job done against the Eagles. Coming up clutch at the end with that crazy catch by DK Metcalf. Everything was working out. Their defense was stopping Jalen Hurts on the ball and stuff, getting some turnovers. And the Seahawks ain't done, baby. They're not done. Meanwhile, the Tennessee Titans came up short against the Texans. They had a crazy overtime game, and they just came up short. It was really ridiculous, and yeah, there was crazy catches from Chris Moore and stuff like that. It was crazy. But otherwise, I don't think Titans are going nowhere. They should just tank for the rest of the season and get a good pick. So, Seattle wins this game 27-17. Actually, 28-13. And the next game you got is the Colts at Falcons. The Colts beat the Steelers. Gardner Minshew firing BBs everywhere. Pittman getting involved. The run game really wasn't there, I don't think. And the Colts just look like a good team, and they look like a solid team right now. They look like a team that should be having the record that they have. But I think they're due for a loss. But meanwhile, the Falcons, Desmond Ridder is trash. That team is just, I don't know. Bijan Robinson, I'm sorry. Arthur Smith needs to be fired. Desmond Ridder needs to be cut. And yeah, it's just a mess. So, Falcons tend to have these games, where they like to suck one game and then they like to do good this game. What did they do last week? They sucked. What are they going to try to do this week? They're going to win. So Falcons win here. Somehow, they're going to win 21-13 because that's just the Falcons. That's how their way of winning is. They're going to somehow keep their division even more competitive. And yeah, I'm sorry, Minshew, but you got to be shut down in some kind of game. Meanwhile, Jaguars at Buccaneers is next on the list. The Jaguars got their butts kicked against the Ravens on Night Football. They got their butts kicked on Monday Night Football. 23-7. There was a lot of missed field goals, I heard. I heard it was turnovers. Trevor Lawrence couldn't get anything going. Clock management was trash and horrible. And yeah, Jaguars, I'm sorry. Meanwhile, the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield looks good. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin coming alive. Their defense coming up at the end against Jordan Love and the Packers. And yeah, I like this Buccaneers team. But I think they're due for a loss, and I also think the Jaguars are due for another win. They got to claim that division soon. And they cannot afford to lose this game. If the Jaguars lose this game, I honestly think the Colts or Texans are going to win that division. So, we all thought that division was going to be dumpster fire. At least the AFC South, but yeah. Jaguars, they're going to win this game. They're going to bring back home a win. They're in Tampa, though. Not much of a difference of home field advantage, but different stadium, different area. So, Jaguars win 31-17. Next up, you got the Cowboys and the Dolphins. What a game this is going to be. This is going to be a nice game. So, the Cowboys. Yep, what did I say? They always get this confidence when they beat some good teams, and then they come out against the Bills, and they just go, like, literally, they just died that game. They non-existent. No offense. Their defense could not stop James Cook. Everything's got cooked on that team. And yeah, nobody had a good game at all. And yeah, I heard Dak Prescott was sacked a couple times, and yeah, it was a messy game. Don't think he turned the ball over, though, which is good to see, but they couldn't get it going. Meanwhile, the Dolphins, on the other hand, they just came off with a 30-point win victory over the Jets. Tua looking good with no Tyreek, no problem. Yeah, Jalen Waddle was next. Somebody got to take him out instead. But yeah, I think Tyreek's coming back for this game. It's in Miami. I have Miami Dolphins. I have the Dolphins winning, yes. I have the Dolphins winning this game against Dallas. I think Miami's defense... I think this is going to be like a defensive battle almost. Just because I just don't know. The defenses are going to play around, and stuff like that. So I got the Dolphins winning 24-20. I think the Cowboys are due for another loss, but after this, the Cowboys will probably win out because their schedule is easy. Got the Commanders and something else I forgot, but yeah. Dolphins win 24-20. Next game you got is the Cardinals at the Chicago Bears. The Cardinals, weird game with the 49ers. Couldn't get it done, though. Their offense was not competitive enough. Kyler Murray was turning the ball over. It was just a weird game for the Cardinals. And, yeah, they're just tanking, pretty much. And the Bears, they're trying to get into the playoffs still, which there is a little bit of a faith. There's a little bit of faith for Chicago if they win out. I don't think that's the case, though. I do have Chicago winning this game, just because I think Arizona's just tanking, you know? So, Chicago wins. I'll get sleepy talking about this game. Chicago wins 27-17. Next, you got the Patriots at the Broncos on Christmas Eve night. What a game this is gonna be. So basically the Broncos get a free Christmas Eve party. So, anyways, the Patriots came up short against the Chiefs. Couldn't really get anything done in the offense. It was a balanced offense pretty much, but just couldn't get anything done really. No playmakers. I mean, Bailey Zappi's still turning the ball over. I don't know what's going on in New England. Meanwhile, the Broncos, they just got destroyed by the Lions. Nobody looked good on that team. And yeah. Broncos are 7-7 and need a win. Broncos will win this game, y'all. I see it here. Broncos and the Patriots, unexpected game to have a shootout. I got the Broncos having a shootout with the Patriots. This is what's going to happen. I'm predicting some of the game right now. So the score, 21-28 Patriots are winning. They march downfield with 2 minutes left and 2 timeouts or something like that. The Broncos do. They score a touchdown with 30 seconds or 20 seconds left. Sean Payton decides to go for 2 for whatever reason, and they go for it and they get it. 29-28. Their defense gets a fumble at the end as Patriots try to go downfield, and the Broncos seal the deal 29-28. Wouldn't that be a crazy Christmas Eve ending? I think it would. So that's the score. 29-28 Broncos win. Next up, you got the Raiders at the Chiefs. The Raiders scored 63 freaking points against the Chargers. Man, that was a good game for them. Raiders really needed that. But yeah, they're just here to have fun. I mean, give Raiders fans some excitement, I guess. Aiden O'Connell looked pretty good. And all the other receivers that I don't even know their names of had a good game. Meanwhile, the Chiefs, they got a nice win over the Patriots, but not so nice of a win. 2 turnovers from Mahomes, 1 from Kadarius Toney, and 1 just from an interception. Travis Kelce's getting banged up again. This dude's old. Get him out of the league, please. And yeah, Chiefs are screaming for receivers right now. Like, anybody. Like, it's crazy that Giants receivers right now are probably better than the Chiefs right now. It's crazy. The only way they're winning is because of Mahomes and that defense. So, yeah. They're just dropping the ball. But, anyway, I see the Chiefs winning here anyways. They're going to get some wins against some of these teams that are interesting and bad and not so good, under par. Which I call the Raiders under par, but just because they don't have really that good of a quarterback. I'm not saying O'Connell's bad. I just don't think he's I just don't think he's really that impressive. But he can make some good plays here and there. So therefore, I got the Chiefs winning 28-19. Closer game. But yeah, Chiefs get the dub. And now, the next game, you got the Giants at the Eagles. The Giants failed to beat the Saints. Couldn't get much done. Tommy DeVito got a little banged up. Tyrod Taylor came back out and threw a pass. And then I think Tommy DeVito came back out. And then I don't know what happened really much that game. But all I know is they almost got shut out by the Saints. And I don't know what to say about the Giants either. They should be just tanking too. Meanwhile, the Eagles fell short against the Seahawks. Couldn't get nothing done. couldn't cover. Their defense is getting lighted up right now, and their offense ain't even showing up fully. That's what I'm saying. I think the Eagles are fragile, man. They're divisional round bounce out team. That's what they are. So is Kansas City. They're both these teams right here are divisional round bound. They're both gonna get knocked out in the divisional round probably. And the Eagles are not gonna have the number 1 seed. It's gonna be the 49ers, but yeah. And the last game of the season, or of the week, you got a Monday night game. You got the Ravens and the 49ers. Probably what's gonna be the Super Bowl this year. I've called it. I've said that this might be the Super Bowl. Ravens and Niners. I said Bengals and Lions this year. That's what I said. But I say, if it's not that, it's going to be Ravens and 49ers. And here we are. So I don't think it's going to be Bengals and Lions. I think the Bengals will probably get knocked out in the wild card divisional round. Just because I don't know about Jake Browning. I don't think we have to still make the playoffs. But I don't know if he'll take us far in the playoffs like Joe Burrow can. I just don't know if he has that ability. I know Jake Browning's pretty good, but I just don't know, man. But yeah, like I've said, this is probably the best game of the season so far. Honestly, you got the Ravens, which are hot on fire right now, and the 49ers, which are on fire as well. Both these defenses are good. Both these offenses are electric. Both these offenses have speed. It's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun game. And I got the 49ers winning this. And if it's the Super Bowl, the Ravens will win, okay? I make that a promise. 49ers win it 27-20. And that is the end of this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And also, guys, maybe tomorrow I'll make a video probably in the morning before the Saints and Rams game comes on. I'll make a video of how I think the playoffs are going to go before we even get into the playoffs. And yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. Hope you guys subscribe and like. Hope you guys like this video. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.